Hello again, and welcome back to another daily technical analysis video. In this video, we'll be covering Ethereum. Now we're going to work our way from the weekly time frames all the way down to the 4-hour time frame because it is Monday today. Now, based on the weekly time frame, if we cover these, we see that clearly we are going to be going down, even just for a retracement. Do keep in mind we did have that double bottom, so this could just be initiation of the uptrend. Especially since the stochastics is rising. But what we want to be careful about is the fact that the RSI is still below this 50 moving average, and it actually rejected on it right at the top here. It rejected that 50 moving average and is going down right now. So as of right now, it kind of is in a iffy area, not exactly towards the upside or the downside. We do have that clumping of the EMAs, which adds more confluence to that, either a consolidation range, accumulation, or something that is not directive as to which way that we want to go yet. Even though the price action is above the EMAs right now, it doesn't really indicate that we are towards the bulls. As of right now, we are piercing and breaking that weekly pivot, but do keep in mind this is the weekly pivot, so we got 6 days before any closures, and it could just be a retest of it before bouncing towards the upside, right? This is an area of confluence with the previous price action high, so we could see that retest around here in confluence with that the weekly pivot, and potentially a retracement level as well. Let's see. I believe it is not entirely. I guess right now it is testing that 0.55. Okay, so now we're going to go down to the daily time frame, and we do see we are in a downtrend, right? After the nine more hours until we get an actual close of this. But if we close below this low of 3,100, then we do know that we are in a downtrend. A high, a low, lower high, lower low. Okay. Not only that, we do have the RSI below the 50 moving average, the stochastics crossed down, and the price action below that green 21 EMA. So we are towards the bear side of things and could see more towards the downside. Now, if we do close below this daily pivot, I do want to see some sort of retest of it before continuing towards the downside, potentially towards a 377 as the next target, or even the low, the previous low at this level, $2,800. And if not, fail safe would be the daily S1 at $2,600, right? We got one target here, the second target, and the third target. But in general, we are towards the downside if we do cover this. Let's see if there's any sort of patterns. Okay, so this is the triangle, nothing really. Nope, not entirely. But if we pull up the dailies, we are breaking this level. This would be the next level, and then that one. Okay, now what else can I say? Momentum's towards the downside, EMAs, everything like that. Do keep in mind that the pivots are rising, but this is for the month, so we got a long time. It could start to trend below it and stay below it, or bring back up, so we don't know what will happen next. But if we do get that closure below this daily pivot, then I could see a bearish or more pressure from the bears towards the downside, and even see that those lower levels that I've been talking about. So with this general feeling of the market with the daily time frame, we could see more towards the downside. So let's move on to the 4-hour time frame. And this is where I would be looking for potential shorts because the daily is towards the downside. Now, as of right now, we did just close a previous 4-hour candle that had strong volume towards the downside. Now, we could continue to just break straight down, but it would be nice to see some sort of retest even occur. Based on this time frame right now, if we start to rise, we could see a retest of that the hourly S1, because that's the next level support that we previously broke and haven't seen a retest of. But if we do close below this this hourly S2, then we can see retest off of that before the continuation to those lower targets we've been talking about. Now I just want to pull it up so we can see where those targets are. One is right here. We got the daily S1. Daily S1. We also have this right here, the 377. Okay, now we go back to the 4-hour. We do see that the 377 lines up with the hourly S3. So this is the next target that I would be actually looking for, and then anything below that as it does come, right? Now we did have that retest off that daily pivots thus far, which is pretty nice. So we could see another break and a retest here, and then a continuation down. But do keep in mind that there could be a consolidation, or even just a correction, a retest, a rally. Because we are far from that 21 moving average, 21 green exponential moving average. So we could see some sort of consolidation around this range or retest before coming in. It's similar to this idea, right? After we get such strong downward momentum, we want to see some sort of consolidation, retracement before the inevitable continuation towards the downside. So even though I say these are the potential targets towards the downside, we do want to be careful to see whether there's slow movement consolidation before we do break down. Now, on the 4-hour time frames, we do have the stochastics, the RSI, as well as that EMAs lining up towards the downside with that price action falling. So again, this is similar to the daily time frame where we want to be watching for more potential shorts, right? We can also go down to the lower time frames to see any scalps towards the downside, but in general, I'm sticking towards the downside, and I'm aiming ultimately, depending on how we close, for the 29,000 level, 2,900 level, right? This is the next level that I want to be paying attention to see how it reacts at this level. As of right now, again, just to reiterate, potential consolidation or break and retest or retracement before seeing that more towards the downside. But that is it for this video. Ethereum does look a little bit grim, but we play the markets as it is, whether it is going up or down. So I hope you enjoyed it. This is all for this video. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. And I will see you in the next one. Cheers.